Hey everyone, welcome to Weekend Project. I'm Laura Lynn of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop, and we're going to make that a modern miniature cross quilt. Join me.
Stitches of love we sew. In this online world we come to grow. Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, where hearts align. Let's embrace the craft and let our souls shine.
Thanks for hanging out with me today. This is our weekend project. We're also having a big celebration tomorrow. It's just June 29th of 2024. It is our 7-year stream anniversary on YouTube. So we're super excited about that. Come hang out with us if you like. So we have here is just this is a free pattern because I made it up. So we have a mini modern, and it's a 9 patch to begin with. This is just 2.5-inch squares by 2.5-inch squares. Just sewn together to make yourself a 9 patch. Now what you want to do for this 9 patch, whatever is the 4 is going to be your accent color for the bands going across the quilt top, right? So it forms the crosses. Okay, so I will give you all the cut sizes for everything else. So that is your your 9 patch of 4 of one color and 5 of another of 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches. Okay. Now for the next pieces, you're going to be your background pieces. You want an 8.5 by 8.5 square. You want 2 8.5 by 12.5 inch rectangles, and then you want a 12.5 by 12.5 inch square. Okay, that's for the background, for the bigger chunks. And then for the band pieces that make the cross, for the longer ones, you're going to want, hold on, was it? Four of these, 4 of the 12 by 2.5, and 4 of the 8.5 by 2.5. Okay, that's for those longer, the 2 side pieces for the cross. And then for the accent piece in the center here, it is 2 pieces of 2.5 by 8.5, and then 2 pieces of 12.5 by 2.5. Okay, so those add for those sections. Okay, and those look just like this when complete. Okay, so let's do those up first, and then you have your 9 patch, and that's it. It comes together really easy. It's about a 24 by 24 inch block. You put 4 of them together, you've got a awesome quilt in no time in an afternoon. Do some straight line quilting, bibbidi bobbidi boo, you're done. All right, so let's sew these together to make our little strip. And we want to make sure when working with white on white fabrics, we want to make sure that the right side is up. You can usually tell by laying it across something a little bit dark. Let's go over to the machine and we'll sew the bits that we need to, and then we'll line up our beautiful 9 patch. Now instead of that 9 patch, you could showcase a lovely star, maybe some fussy fabric, and put that in the middle of a little log cabin. It doesn't matter as long as you have that 6.5 by 6.5 inch square. So we go that side. Threads, line up our right sides together. I had that right, yes I did. I did double check on my pants just in case. Line up. Hope you all had a fantastic week. And then we'll do the longer ones. And then we'll just give those a press. Oh, let's wake up our iron. Oops, sorry about that part. And just a regular 1/4 inch seam allowance. I do sew regularly with my walking foot. I absolutely love it. Don't really switch feet unless it's maybe even a zipper foot or like a rolled hem foot. Other than that, I leave my walking foot on all the time. Okay, where are we at here? There we are. We've got a few small quilts in our library. So if you want to check some of them out, that would be awesome. Appreciate it. Don't forget to like. Give us a thumbs up too if you're enjoying this video. Okay, well, let's let that warm up for a couple moments here. We do have our bigger strip here. that we can attach to, depending how you want to lay this. I guess if you just kind of flipped it and flopped it, it really didn't matter which side the bigger piece was, right? Because you can just turn it around in a big circle. Okay. And then we can put these two pieces here together. Okay, and then we've got our patch right there, and that those bits that are coming down here forming the cross kind of add like a little bit of a weave to the project, right? And then we'll have our other piece here. Oops, glasses. And this here. And then we've just got up there, and up there. And that's a beautiful, quick, and easy project. Okay, I think we've reached temperature. And because this is dark with light, I want to make sure I'm pushing towards the dark, which is the purple, because we wouldn't want to see that shadow of purple on the white. If we can prevent it, let's try and prevent it, right? Okay. All right, this one too. The other two are pressed. Okay. Now what we can do is set this out just like as a big old 9 patch, really. You can set this top, bottom, however you want to work it. Okay, we'll add these two together. Add the big one and the strip. Makes the wider part of the cross at the bottom. This would be a great pattern for directional fabric too. Nice big chunks to showcase it, especially those nice floral prints. There's some absolutely stunning fabric out there by some amazingly talented creators. Do you have a favorite fabric line? Let me know in the comments. Are you a Kathy? Are you a Tula Pink? What's your favorite? Okay, so we got that there. Now we'll take these two. And when we're lining up the ones with making sure there's the pieced parts, let's put a pin at those intersections. Oops. So they lined up nicely. Okay. This one here. Pull a little pin. Try to flip that. There we go. See how those are flipped to the dark? Alright, let's sew down those. And this could be a really super quick baby quilt for somebody. That and add a couple of borders using the accent colors that you're putting in the quilt. We're just using 3 colors. And one's just a little pop color like the green. Sophie says she's out of here. Lay that out. Oh, I like those colors together. Very pretty. Okay. This one will push this way. This one will push this way. Okay, now just the top part here. It's a lovely. Oops, didn't realize my phone was there. It's actually a lovely day here. Thank goodness it stopped raining. My goodness. It was coming down. Not as some serious thunderstorms as it had happened before it got to us, but definitely was some strong moisture clouds. Okay, and then we'll flip that on there and sew that square, the 8.5-inch square, into the corner. You can keep building this out, like we do another row. I mean, the options are endless. Just have some fun with your fabric. That's why we buy it. That's why we accumulate and procure. Now again, we want to make sure that those sections we're aligning up are really important. Okay, so let's scooch this down here. And we'll pin that. There we go. Oh, so cute. Flip. Now you can put clips into here if you like. Whatever makes you comfortable on getting the project done. Some people would just line it up and sew and just kind of press and hold on the seams. Whatever makes you comfortable. I'm one of those, I would really like to do the best I can, so I'm going to pin. And I think 4 of these together, maybe mix and match colors or very scrappy, or could make a beautiful piece of art. Okay, there we go. So we've got those pinned. Well, and the most important parts right there to make sure it all stays nicely connected. Okay, let's do the 2 seams and then we're done. Now I'm gonna, that's once I've done that seam, I didn't put any pins in between here and the rest of the end of the block there. So I'm just gonna hold those 2 ends together, okay? Hold them right there together and just kind of pull it out but not tug it. Like just pull it so it's taut and then feed it in and then reshift, make sure everything's going okay. Still holding the end until I get right to the end. Now just one more seam. Pin the 2 ends together. We had one of the neighbor's baby calves escape. And it was eating our neighbor's precious vegetables. It was having some good eats. Back. Alright, now let's lay it out and see what we have. Oh, that's lovely. That's very lovely. Oh, I love those colors together. It's very bright and cheery. Okay, so let's do a little press. Get those seams nice. Here are all the birds. We have a lot of the, what is it, krakens or crackles? We do have a lot of those here. Oh, and of course wayward threads. That always happens. I don't know how you got in there, but we'll get rid of you. Okay. And there we go. We have our little modern cross quilt. And like I say, if you put a few of those together, even just 4 of them would make a lovely, lovely quilt. Yeah, beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for liking, watching, subscribing. Appreciate you. Big hugs, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care. Make a mini modern today.